Missed the favorite all-out show segment? Let's get back to the remix with Jude.
J45. This is the self-help shit right here. We got Brian Lee, dog trainer extraordinaire. You've helped 10,000 dogs.
I have.
You're a fucking beast. I gotta tell you, I'm bad with dogs, man. Like, I didn't grow up around them motherfuckers. I don't know how to deal with them.
Well, I'm happy to help you if you want.
Well, the way I deal with them is don't have them to fuck around me.
That's one way.
That's what, Brian, that's what the fuck I do. I keep dogs away from me. Now, my friend John here, and I use friend loosely, my coworker.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Hi, John. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Good to meet you.
You're going to be helping out, John.
All right.
I need it.
Could you get on mic, John?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, so John is getting, John, why don't you go ahead and tell him what's happening to you?
Well, they have this new pit bull mastiff mix, Zion.
Take a look at it. Wait, that's who's fucking you, that thing?
Well, there's no, that dog's probably 50 pounds at this point.
That's how big it is right there, 50 pounds in that picture?
Well, I mean, there's no perspective. I should have taken it with, okay, look, this is a big dog. I mean, it looks tiny.
You should have took it next to a banana for a fucking scale or some shit.
I mean, this dog's 50 pounds easy right now.
Brian,
does this dog use condoms or not?
Oh, man. You're here to help.
Raw. Fuck some raw. He can get him pregnant. Venereal diseases is a lot of risk. John's at risk right now.
All right, so fire away, John.
All right, so, I mean, there are a couple things going on, but the main one is that, when I'm lying there on the floor, I don't have a bed at this point, so I've got this situation where I'm on the floor. The dog will come through.
How long have you not had a bed for? Just out of curiosity.
We're pushing a month.
All right.
But I got a couch.
Do you prefer the floor, or do you want a bed?
No,
so we can probably take
a
a collection. I think we might get listeners to donate. Do you think?
Damn, he just met you.
Damn,
he just met you.
I thought he was here to help.
But this dude is alpha. He understands. Like, he understands you're the weakest person here.
I wouldn't go that far, but I can tell he's a man.
He hasn't.
He is. I can tell.
No, I haven't even unzipped my pants yet, but thank you for that.
Wow.
You might end up getting raped by two different penises, John. Like, this is looking bad for you. I thought we were bringing in some help. All right.
But the dog does not come in aroused, but what has happened is the dog comes through the door, and then suddenly it's on top. Hey, man, whoa. And then, so I just try to...
His dick's never got hard.
I've not seen... no, he's not hard.
So he's not even turned down by you?
He's not. No.
You're safe for now.
I believe it.
How old is the dog?
If I had to guess, 4 or 5 months, maybe a little more.
Does it still have the sharp puppy teeth, or have those gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can feel it. That's amazing you say that.
Okay, so it's around 4.5 months old, so they should be dropping soon. Dropping out, so...
Wait, Brian, hold up. What are sharp puppy teeth?
Well, puppies are born, they grow very sharp teeth, which is how they learn bite inhibition, so it doesn't take much of a bite for the dog to get a reaction from us. But at 4.5, 5 months, the dog then, puppy teeth drop out, the adult teeth come in, and now you have an adolescent. So when he's 5, 6, 7 months of age, hormones will kick in. That's when you have a teenager on your hands.
Oh, boy. That does not sound good.
That's when he's really going to be fucking just coming all over you, bro.
Guaranteed.
He's going to be dropping loads all over you. What is he doing? What is John doing wrong? Is it... Let me ask you this, B. Sorry, I'm already calling you B, bro.
It's all right, man.
All right, let me ask you this, Brian. The fact that he's sleeping on the floor, does that like fuck with dogs? Do they have like a height thing?
Yeah, there's a term I use called vertical advantage. It means higher up we are, the more status we hold. Applies to all mammals that live on land. So if you look at a tree of baboons, where's the highest ranking baboon sit?
Higher in the tree?
People with money and status live where?
Up on the hill.
Judge sits where? Battles fought over high ground. So it's important to be up on beds and couches and never allow the dog up there, because...
Are you being serious? This is real?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
John, what are you fucking...
No, I mean, it's just...
Well, no, he's over here, he's yanking your... He just came over here to tell you lies. He drove all the way from Redondo to tell you fucking lies.
So...
Even when you do... Brian, even when you go to a fucking job interview, they have the fucking... Your seats are lower than the fucking dude you're interviewing with.
Yep. When I'm in someone's home, I usually pull out if they have like a stool or some bar, some above them, and gives you status.
Okay.
If you look right now, you're the lowest person in the room.
It's comfortable. It's
You're
comfortable.
used to it. No, stay down.
Do women like tall men or short men?
It depends on the woman, but probably taller men.
It's
Same.
good response. So vertical advantage. So it'd be very difficult for you to control a dog on the floor.
Impossible.
So I think bed is the first thing we should do.
Right, I got it.
And I actually have an extra mattress at home. I'll
Do you
be
really?
happy to.
You
Yes.
serious? All right.
So getting up off the floor is imperative. Does this dog have an exercise routine?
I'm not there for a lot of that, but I know they now that he has the shots, they take him on walks periodically.
Okay. Dogs, the hunting hours are dawn and dusk, so that's when their energy level cycles. Energy level 1 is low, 10 is high. So you always want to keep your dog from 1 to a 4. So when your dog comes in at 8, 9, or 10, it's just you get it. Doesn't matter what you do, it has no brain to work with. So evening, when the sun starts to set, is the witching hour, the sun rises. So if you're fighting energy, it's going to be a big power struggle, and it's not going to be fun.
So what can he do? Can he take the dog on a walk or some shit?
Got to keep the dog spent so you're not fighting energy. What's one of the more common strategies of fighting an opponent? Wear him out. So that's number 1 is exercise. Otherwise, you're
What
just,
if he fucked the dog? Like flipped it on him. Just flip it.
Why did your
Wear him
eyes
out.
get so big, John? What the hell's up with that?
Just hadn't thought about it.
Oh,
I will not be having sex with the dog.
okay.
Okay, just throwing out. I'm not the expert here. Brian Lee clearly is. All right, so he's got to take the. It's not his dog either. That's the other thing.
But if you have to live with it, you're going to have to at least take on some of the responsibility if the owners aren't. Make sure you have 50 different chew toys around so the dog's focused on that, not on you.
On the sneakers, destroying sneakers. That's
You're a fucking choose toy.
No. Yes.
The more Brian says shit, the more I don't respect you.
How can we go any lower?
I didn't know. I didn't think I could. This is fucking bananas.
So, John, if you're not fighting energy and you can get up off the floor, the only thing you have to do is then to have a few sincere corrections where the dog understands what that means.
Okay.
And have you ever had a dog come after you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know how that feels.
Not good.
Not good. So that's how you have to communicate to the dog. So dogs don't talk. So you don't do any of this, no bite, no stop, and all this whiny crap. Dogs don't use their mouth. They're guttural, primal, visceral. They're quick, they're explosive, they're intense, their state of mind shifts. So they get in, and they get into character. Okay?
All right, I want to try you. I want you to try that, John. You got to try it. The dog's coming at you, John. Go ahead, give it a.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
oh, buddy.
It's a good start. It's a foundation.
buddy.
it's a good start, John.
He's halfway inside of you. You do that one.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know this was going to be a prison show about
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
like Oz at his crib.
Oz.
It's like fucking Oz. All right, try it again, John.
That's good. You're just you're not in a room full of supportive people. That's all.
I'm supportive.
You think?
I'm supportive. Just try it again.
All right.
So hold on, let me help you with this. Okay, so you have to first get into character. Otherwise, you're not going to sell it.
Okay.
So that means you have to find a place where you can get in touch with that, with some primal, sometimes maybe anger or rage, just so you can play the part. And think of it as an energy punch. So you're actually punching pretty good as far as moving quick. But your eyes have to shift. Think of getting demonic. By the way, the only thing you want to personally correct is aggression and play biting. So don't be doing this to everything else.
Okay. Aggression and play biting.
And that's it. You want to depersonalize everything else. Depersonalize doesn't come from you. So, for example, he's chewing on the furniture. You put something on that doesn't taste good. And then that way,
What doesn't taste good to dogs?
soap, antiperspirant, bitter apple cream, yuck, Tabasco sauce.
You just rub a little antiperspirant. That's what I would do because it smells good. I like Secret.
So,
Strong enough for a man, but it's made for a woman. Okay.
So when you correct, try to put on Academy Award performance like you just saw me do. You have to act like you're in prison and you've got to save yourself.
So, but you really just freak out on the animal?
Usually it takes 3-4 corrections in their lifetime. Because when
what do you say?
When you
I mean, I'm
see
not
it's
gonna...
not a word.
He just was like,
you saw what?
It was a noise, bro.
So when you touch hot stove, how many times do you have to touch it?
Once.
So try to be a hot stove experience. So do me a favor, just grab me like that.
I don't want to.
Good.
Just grab me.
No, hold on. But
want to. Something bad's going to happen.
No, right. But you see, that's exactly what will happen with the dog. That was perfect. Because
I'll do it.
we don't
Now
want-
I'm curious.
we don't
How
want-
bad is bad?
This is why. Yeah, this is it right
I'm
here.
a sadist in the room.
Yeah.
So the idea though is you see that's what will happen. The dog will come up and go, I've touched that hot stove before. I don't want to touch it again. So that's why we repeat behaviors that work. We don't repeat behaviors that don't work. So if you don't want him to bite you, you have to make it unrewarding for him, which means you have to shock and awe him. Now, you can redirect with toys and try to deflect. But at some point, the dog needs to take you seriously, and play biting and or aggression are the two ways you can really step up and earn your stripes.
So he can bite the dog back.
You can bite the dog.
What? What? That would not go over well at the apartment. I mean,
Practice on this bottle. Practice on the bottle. It's a dog. It's coming at you.
oh.
Nah, John, like you ain't.
All right. Oh. I don't know.
Actually, that little punch was good.
The pia was good.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel right.
Does it fuck up his biting because he ain't got no lips? Does that? Does that make it harder?
Because he's a white boy. What do you expect?
Yeah. But you actually bite animals?
Well,
I don't think he has to, bro. You might have to.
it doesn't matter what you do. Honestly, it matters how well you sell it.
Try it again, John. Do the hit. That shit.
But I feel like an idiot. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because when you did it, I got freaked
You
out.
feel way
I did.
cooler getting fucked by a dog, though, huh?
No, I can do it.
You're
I
like,
got
yeah,
it.
this is the shit.
No,
I'm fucking cool now. This dog, yeah. Oh,
I got
he's so turned down by me. I'm fucking wanted finally.
So the reason it doesn't feel comfortable is anything new is a little mechanical, but two, it's probably not who you really are, so it's a big stretch. Now, a lot of people just tell you use a squirt gun, put half water, half apple vinegar, shake a can. They have a thing called a pet corrector that just makes a sound. So you can use props to stop the dog. The reason I'm helping you here is because I want you to have an authentic, genuine relationship with your dog built on mutual regard and respect. But you can just stop the symptom without having any mojo. And I have many clients who try. They're just nice people, but they just don't have the mojo. So you can do your best, but if you're not fighting energy, you'll have a much better chance of success. But see, when you correct them, does failure enter your mind?
Pardon me?
When you correct your puppy,
It's not my puppy, but just
Okay.
failure in my mind.
This is why dogs fuck them right here. Like
Well, I'm
these
just trying to be-
conversations
okay,
is why
but
dogs.
this
fuck
dog
this guy.
that we've been. By the way, what's this dog's name? So we can
Zion.
Zion. Okay, so when you correct him, do you believe he's gonna stop?
No.
Okay, so that's why.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So that's why you've already lost before you got out of bed. Okay. So you have to go from a victim mentality to a warrior's mentality.
Well, I'm not a victim. I'm a realist.
You're-
And this is a growing animal that is...
But you're a victim because you haven't been able to set the dog and put him in his place. He needs your direction. So he's just going to do what he's going to do till someone tells him to do something different. And that's the owners because they live with us. If you put him in a pack, then the older dogs would take care of it. But just watch the way an older dog corrects a puppy. It's quick.
Man, you made him jump. You made that motherfucker jump, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
it's
John.
fine. It's fine.
It's like PTSD over here, man. You making this dude. He's flinching like a motherfucker.
I'm sorry, John.
No, it's fine. I got it.
But you feel the energy, and it's if you can master being a Jedi Knight, you're gold. Because that's what allows me to have off-leash control. It's what allows me to stop aggressive dogs on a dime. Because it's like Thor's mallet.
Because you already taller than the dog, so you already got that going for you if you're standing
Yeah.
up, right? So you're already above the dog. You just gotta assert yourself. I'm trying to understand this as well because I don't know how
Yeah.
to deal with dogs either. So I'll be like, you just huh, like that.
Damn, you got a new job, man. That was great, Jude. That was
Thanks.
perfect.
Try it, John. Goddamn.
But
Wait, where were you raised, Jude?
I was Michigan, like outside of Detroit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got some street skills.
I mean,
Street.
I'm not even tough though. Like I avoid fights. I'm not nice with my hands, but I figure out how to survive. I figure out how to survive.
So, John, another way to think of it is get street.
all right, and I'm
He's on the street. He ride the
street
bus
level.
every fucking day.
I'm street level, and there are some dangerous people out there.
Yeah.
But the thing I don't understand is that so suddenly you just want me to make the dog flinch. So suddenly,
You want the dog.
I mean, I don't understand that. I don't get it.
Okay.
Why does he look like cerebral palsy when he does it?
Oh, John, you're a very likable guy, by the way. When just watch what dogs do to each other. When one corrects another one, they're explosive, and it's like that.
Right.
So, I'm just asking you to emulate.
Every time.
I'm just
can't be used
asking
to
you to emulate what dogs do. See, the problem is most of us are fairly selfish and we don't want to speak in our language. But the only point of view that ever matters is the dogs. So we have to communicate in their language. Otherwise, we're just going to be bumping around in the dark. So the only point of view that matters is the dog. So if you correct them successfully, then the dog got it. And if you didn't, it's not the dog's fault. It means we didn't communicate clearly.
I tried again, John.
Zet.
Zet.
I don't know. See, that's the other problem. I don't fully understand what's supposed to happen. So
Okay.
then suddenly the dog, whoa,
Yeah.
John's, gonna come at me.
So again, what you did earlier, where I asked you to grab my arm, you didn't want to. That's what's going to happen. The dog's going to go. I'm not going to poke
He don't
my
want no
teeth.
parts of that shit.
Now I'm really wondering. All right, but okay.
So
Uh,
attitude.
But how close do you get to the dog when you do this
Well,
flinch
when the
move?
teeth are touching, as soon as the dog grabs you, you
Okay.
let the dog know I am not your bitch.
I see. Okay, all right, I understand that. I thought we were just talking about just general bad behavior.
No, I said only for aggression and play biting.
Got it.
That's
okay,
it.
Now I
You ain't listen to a goddamn thing you
Yes,
said. We
I
did the
have.
whole
I
fucking
know.
thing with the goddamn deodorant.
right. No, that makes sense.
So like, just don't roll up on the dog while he's eating. Be like, hey! Don't do that shit to it.
He's got it, man. Dude, you got it, dude. You got it.
All you do is fucking yell from your gut, John. That's it.
Right.
And that's why I said down here, like I said, the gut.
He's not familiar with his root chakra. He hasn't felt much down there in a while.
And that's really where our life force is, right? So up here is more fear. That's why you don't.
That's why you sound like a bitch.
So, because every day it's frustrating to teach and learn because it's an intangible, so you really can't. But about 15 years I had severe thyroid cancer. So they took my thyroid out, 2 parathyroids, a bunch of lymph nodes for 6 months. I was literally the dog whisperer. This is all I could talk. And so I'd have to get very close to people. But I could still stop any dog because it wasn't my voice. It was my energy and attitude. And I don't take prisoners. Internal dialogue is very important. So when you look at this dog, go ahead and make my day. Do you feel lucky? I let dogs know I'm off my medication today. Anger management classes really didn't work too well for me, so it's best not to fuck with me. So and it's just an attitude, and it's just presence, and that's what I try to teach because presence is the real deal. So another question for you. When the dog comes up to you, how often do you respond to his presence?
If it's in my face.
Well, okay, let's say you're off the ground. When you're sitting on a couch or chair,
Right.
and he comes up to you, do you acknowledge his presence?
Yes.
Can a low-ranking animal approach a high-ranking animal anytime they want?
No.
So dogs perceive us as we're available on their demand, on their command, instantaneously for as much as they want, for as long as they want. So what does that make us? Starts with a B.
Bitch.
Yes. You can't be their servant, doormat, personal assistant, slave, their bitch, and be their leader. So mastering the art and the power of ignoring and this personalized correction that I've been teaching you are the 2 deal breakers. All you want to do is to initiate all the interaction with the dog.
So just ice him out when he comes up?
Well, the idea is that if you're at his beck and call, then you raise a spoiled brat.
How do you get the dog off you if he runs up on you?
Well, if you're standing or
you're
sitting,
yeah.
just don't. Once you look at him, you just rewarded him. If you talked to him, you rewarded him and touched him. So how many people that are deaf have dogs who bark for their attention?
Is that a real question?
Yeah, it's a real question.
I would have to say 0.
0. So that's the power ignoring house. So if you and I are looking at each other, and
Because deaf people are like, I can't hear you very well.
and Zion comes up, if we don't look, talk, or touch, within 5 seconds he'll self-extinguish and leave you alone. But if you look at him, talk to him, or touch him, you've engaged him, and then basically he got a rise out of you.
And what he'll do if I ignore him, he starts barking at me.
And that's fine.
It's constant.
So again, if you're deaf, what's going to happen? He's going to self-extinguish. Allow him to self-extinguish.
Brian, let me ask you something, because this I got a problem with this shit. It seems crazy to me, but how do you feel about dogs sleeping in bed with the owners?
It's not a good idea.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, the problem is that when you first bring home a dog, whether it's a rescue or a puppy, you want to set. We usually take dogs and we do all privileges, no discipline. It doesn't always work out well. If you have an easy dog, you can kind of do everything wrong and get away with it. But I like all discipline first, no privileges, till you set the tone. So again, vertical advantage. So if they're up in the boardroom with you, it's really hard for you to walk into a home with dogs running the furniture and really see a dog who's under control. It's almost never the case. 70% of the dogs I see that are aggressive are on beds and furniture, so it's very symbolic. So you can go down on the floor, hug them, kiss them, spoon them, or whatever else doggy porn you guys do.
Peanut butter.
And
whatever, bro. You know,
Not
good deal.
But when you're done, then you leave them down there and you come back up to your throne. If you don't clearly define the relationship, it's not their fault.
Brian, will you stick around and answer some calls and help some people out?
Of course.
888-742-3345, 888-742-3345. Brian Lee, wayofthedog.com. You can contact him, info@wayofthedog.com, 888-742-3345. If you got a dog problem, he can help you out. Let's hear that. Let's hear it explode. Explode, John. Better.
That was better.
Better. You didn't think about it as much. You just got to react.
Fury.
Yeah.
Fury.
Get that fury in you. I'll play a dog song while we taking where my dogs at? Let me see. 888-742-3345.
Where my dogs at? We right here, dog. Where my dogs at?
888-742-3345. This lady said that you should go into BDSM because of your voice. Have you thought about that?
How do you know I'm not?
You might be, bro. I want to see your basement.
I do have a basement.
Brian Lee, wayofthedog.com. He's been a dog trainer. Is that a dog whisperer? What do you call it? I don't want to fuck up your title,
a
bro.
lot of names. I usually refer myself as behavioral counselor.
Behavioral counselor for 30 years. You got a question? Call up right now, 888-742-3345. Let's go to Kevin in New Britain, Connecticut.
What up, though?
What up, though? Go ahead, man. You got B right here.
Yeah. So, Brian, I got a quick question for you. So I've got a York. Well, my daughter has a Yorkie, and I've obviously established that I'm the alpha in the room. She listens to me, doesn't listen well to the others. She'll run off on them. With me, she'll stay. But the one problem I have is sometimes when I get home from work, she'll see me, she's all excited, and I'll go to, try to put her on the chain and take her out. She squats down and urinates. So she pisses.
Right.
Hey, John, she pisses when you see her.
Well, excitable urination's a very common issue. So when you come home, do not look, talk, or touch your dog for about 5 minutes. You got to wait till the dog's calm and grounded. and then casually just put the leash on. But a lot of people come home and they have these hysterical parties, and it's this big event, and it just pushes the dog over that P threshold. So when you start coming in ignoring till the dog's calm, like with my dogs, I come home, they don't get up because they've learned to wait their turn in line. They develop self-control, self-discipline. So that's all you have to do is ignore it till the dog's calm. Then just put on the leash quietly, walk them out. Don't make it a big event, and you will find that that'll work very well for you.
There you go.
Okay, that's what's up.
Good luck, Kev.
That's what's up. That was quick. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank
John,
you,
fuck
Kevin.
you.
Christian in Pasadena.
Dick.
What's up, man?
What up, though? Go ahead, man.
All right, so I got a pit bull. I pretty much got him trained, bro. Like, he sits, stays, rolls over, fucking, he'll listen to everything I say. But as soon as he sees, like, a cat, other dog, anything, he wants to beeline it for him. He shrieks and fucking pulls, rips shit out of the ground when I got him tied in the front yard. Is there a special trick you could tell me to, like, curb that shit?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Commands don't really give you much status. So as you see, when you really need control, it doesn't. It's not working. People who give commands control their dogs and ones who don't have control. So again, it comes down to your presence. Now, is he really fixated? Do you think he wants to go tear them up and kill them? Or is he just want to posture?
He wants to go play.
Oh, okay. Well, then socialization. So I have a 5-step program, and my second step is exposure. So like for me, I try to get my clients to dogs to play with 700-800 dogs, dozens of cats, thousands of people pet the dog. Most dogs are massively, almost criminally under-socialized. So let your dog explore, get the curiosity, get the novelty over with. The goal is for your dog to be a surfer dude. And so
He's pretty well
He's not.
socialized, though. I
He's
take him
not.
out with dogs all the time, dog parks. He's got
Maybe
dogs that he
he's
plays
a
with regularly.
yo Brian. Maybe he's just like a pit that does want to eat up other fucking animals. Aren't they kind of known for that shit? I don't want to sound like a dick here, but like isn't that kind of their deal?
Nah, they're not like
Oh
that.
yeah, they're fucking great.
all
It's got a
Like
bum
that,
rap.
make 'em like
all dogs are predators, killing machines. I've worked with more aggressive golden retrievers and labs than the other breed because there's more of them. But getting back to your pit, so you go to the dog park and he plays well, so you're doing the right thing. So it just sounds like you need more exposure and also just more control. And
I think that he has his balls, like, that could be a problem too. Like, he needs to be neutered to calm him down a little bit, or is that kind of a myth?
it's the biggest reason I would neuter him is that when you're at a dog park, the pheromones emit through the anal glands is why dogs sniff butts. And so he's walking around with big neon testicles, and so all he's going to do is piss off some insecure male dog. So I would neuter him so he doesn't get punked and get attacked at the dog park because he's sooner or later, if it hasn't happened, it will. Because
That might be something you guys could have John do, is check his dog's taint while you're on the show today.
well, we felt his balls. They were a little light, but you know.
My testicles?
You got no
Yeah,
nuts,
check
John.
your own
They're
while
not
you're
bad.
holding the dog.
All right, bro. Let's go to June in the Shy. June,
Yo, what up, Jude? What up, Jude?
what up, man? You got
Hey,
Brian.
John, you a fucking freak, John. You a fucking freak, John. Hey, B, this is my question, Brian. I got a 4-month-old pup, German Shepherd. She's just aggressive, man. She bites at everything. Every time we go to play with her or pet her, she wants to bite. She's tugging at clothes. She's just chewing up, everything she could get her hands on. What can you help me out with, man? What advice can you give me?
Real simple. Talked about earlier in the show that every month your dog's energy level will pretty much double. So in 4 months from now, so you're fighting energy. So look at the times you're seeing that. It's not usually in the middle of the day. It's going to be in the morning, and the witching hour is always in the late afternoon, early evening. So tons and tons of exercise, tons of chew toys, tug of war, redirect, playing fetch. Because that's dog's frustration and has to come out somewhere. So think of setting your dog up to win, but exercise is the panacea to most issues. In fact, with puppy owners, here's a mantra for you. The amount of exercise in your dog's life will equal the amount of happiness in yours. So don't fight the energy. And then if you've done all your due diligence and then you need to correct the dog, then correct the dog like I was helping John today.
You want to try that shit? You want to try that?
And or if you have a problem with that, then you can find something like we talked about, squirt gun, shake hands. But
And that'll help with the aggression as well, with her just being all around aggressive.
well, we have to define what that means. So is the dog in hyper play mode, or is it actually a fear-based aggressive dog who's actually...
I think it's hyper play mode.
Yeah.
Hyper play mode.
And that's why, again, think of the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest for energy. Try to keep them from 1 to a 4. And then, because when the dog gets up in that manic mode, it's just ugly for everybody.
Is it weird for like, especially like city cats? Chicago, you got a bit more room, but like a lot of cats that have these dogs, these big dogs with high energy, and they got them in apartments and shit like that. So do they have to be extra mindful?
I got a cat too, and they go at it. Because she's a pup and the cat's a little older.
Well, I was gonna say, do people that live in cities especially need to be mindful about getting those dogs out there and just walking them and shit, or is that?
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, people with big backyards, they have the excuse that they don't have to take their dog out. So actually, like the folks in West Hollywood, who everyone has a dog, at least one, and you see them being walked all the time. So actually, sometimes being in a small apartment, the dog gets actually more exercise.
So, but it is important to get that dog out there and walk that little motherfucker.
Always.
It's kind of like kids too, man. You see these kids nowadays, they're putting them on all this ADD shit, but like back in the day, we just would run outside and play all day till we was fucking exhausted.
That's true, and all we do now, our kids are on devices, so that's the problem, is they aren't getting their yayas out either.
All right, well, let's see. 888-742-3345. We got a Great Dane, Black Lab mix, Rat Terrier. What you want to talk to?
Great Dane.
All right, let's go with Great Dane. Jonah.
What's going on, man? How you guys doing? I got a Great Dane. He's about to turn 4. I have a mix with I have an English Bulldog who's about like 6 months with him. I got a mini Dachshund who's 2 years, and I got a teacup Yorkie that we adopted. And
your house must smell awesome. You must have the best smelling house in the fucking world. Jesus Christ.
It's a crazy combination, man. But so my Great Dane was pretty cool. When I used to take him to the dog park, he used to play with other Great Danes and other big dogs. He got in a fight with my English Mastiff. He's dead now, but passed away. And he got bit one time when he was a puppy. So now when he sees big dogs, he's just kind of like tries to not dominate them, but he stands next to them very, very like, I'm gonna fuck you up type. What should I do? Like how can I get him to get socialized a little more with the big dogs without him getting rowdy?
Sure. Are you able to correct him so he doesn't posture? Are you able to break that state of mind?
I try to, but I feel like if I tell him something like that, he'll automatically get into like defense mode or something.
All right, that's
like if I give an outburst while he's next to the dog, like he's just gonna go into defense mode and he's gonna say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna light this dude up."
All right, then that's
but with anybody else,
all right, chill, man, chill. Let him answer.
So that's very good insight, because sometimes corrections do accelerate the problem. So it's good that you're aware of that. I would probably just keep him on leash and just try to walk by a bunch of dogs and not necessarily push it too far, too fast. So you do baby steps and start building on some success. Has he been neutered?
Yes.
Okay. And has he been at the dog park for 4 years? Is he well socialized or not?
Yeah, he's been going, but this last year, I haven't had a chance.
So when did that? Really so him fighting with your previous dog, that's when the turn happened?
No, because he was, even when he was a puppy, he was like a little puppy, man. And the English Mastiff was about 2 years old, so he bit him and whatnot. And but he was always nice. He was always socializing with other dogs. So just recently, now that he's getting older, I feel like he's kind of just turning into like a grumpy man. But he's friendly with everybody. Pets everybody. Plays with little dogs. Little dogs sometimes bite him, and he just looks at them like, okay.
Do you notice if the dogs are males and intact that he has a problem with?
I have not.
What you want to do is reach down behind the other dog's legs and just squeeze and see if they got some balls down there. If not, just touch the shaft a little bit and say sorry.
I just got aroused. Oh, you're not talking about my shaft? I'm so sorry. Jesus. Well, you're doing you're doing some of the, you're doing the right things. Since I'm not there, it's hard for me to kind of grab the dog and show you, but try to just expose the dog without getting too close so it doesn't feel defensive, and see if you can't just get him back to being comfortable, because every time he sees a dog, you want him to be relaxed, not defensive and scared.
Jared in New Hampshire. Go ahead, Jared.
Hey, so I have a 2.5-year-old black-mouthed cur. I got it as a rescue from down south. She gets really aggressive, and one of the other callers had something similar. She gets really aggressive, freaking out, like wrinkles on her face, kind of choking herself out when she sees another dog, whether it be out the window or walking down the street, whatever. But if she's at her doggy daycare, she gets along with, 20, 30 other dogs fine. I have another dog. We have other dogs in the family, and they interact fine. But it's like if she sees a strange dog, she would gets into this freak out, choking, just spaz mode. Any suggestions on what to do about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very common. So mammals, our primary response to stimuli is fight or flight. So it's very common for dogs to be fine off leash, but on leash, they're defensive, because if you were tied to something, you would feel more trapped. And so the dog needs to feel safer with you. So you're holding the tether, and then being in the territory is very common. It's important for dogs not to be on guard duty in the home. The way they protection train dogs, like police dogs, the agitator or the decoy agitates the dog barks, comes after him, the guy runs away. So when the dogs bark at mailman, they think they made the mailman leave. And so if you have a dog who's barking at dogs passing by, he's like, yeah, motherfucker, you better keep, that's right. And so he's building up. So you want him, so I would eliminate his ability to be rewarded for his aggressive behavior in the house. Then on a leash, what kind of apparatus do you use to control him?
So we have her on two different kinds of harnesses, one that clips in the front, one that clips in the back, and she's a completely different dog on the harness, especially when she has her regular collar on, around her neck, that she gets into that freak out, pull your shoulder out of the socket kind of mode.
Wait, so you're saying the harness does give you more control?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's not always on the harness. We put her out on a lead because she runs as well. She won't stay in the yard. We've got 9.5 acres, and she'll run through all the neighbors' yards and houses and agitate their dogs. So we got to put her on a runner.
Dog sounds like an asshole
in our yard.
Sounds like a fucking asshole.
Got it. So is that where
She's definitely a dick.
Is that where you? Okay, so. All right, so I'm not sure if I fully understand your question. So running around your 9 acres, is your dog being aggressive then, or just on walks?
It's on walks. What my point was is I can't let her off free run. Our other dog sticks around. She's cool. Our dog, the black-mouthed cur, she runs off. But when the aggression pulling happens is when she sees another dog, whether she's on a lead or a leash, in the house, in a car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put you on hold and let you can tell them one last thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough because it requires you to just, have you tried, how big of corrections have you made to try to bring the dog back into a calm state?
You give it a back massage or anything like that?
How big do you go? Because the dog needs your direction to understand it doesn't work. It's not appropriate. So try to startle the dog. Try to do something shock and awe to bring them back to center. It's just the dog needs a correction like you and I do to understand that's not going to work.
You got to check that motherfucker.
All right.
We haven't had a woman on yet. Let's go to Nicole. Nicole.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a miniature pinscher mixed, and she's about a year old. And I'm having a hard time getting her to go to her crate, at night or when we leave the house. I use the word crate, and she just runs and hides.
Okay. So has the crate been introduced to her in a positive way? Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, at nighttime, I'll put her in the crate and give her a treat or some peanut butter.
Where's the crate at
I
night?
always I always try to give her treats and things like that. Like when
Where's
like
the
when the
crate?
door's open, I'll throw her treats in there and things like that.
Where's the crate at night?
Jesus Christ, he don't listen.
It's near the couch, like between the couch, like one of the walls.
All right, so dogs
In the living room.
dogs are social pack animals. The moment they're born to the moment they die, they're never alone, not in the womb ever. So anytime your dog is separated or isolated from you, it's an unnatural place for them to be, and it causes stress. So the crate is basically jail. So I would first put the crate on your bed for a few nights till he loves it. Then put the crate on a chair next to the bed, and then put the chair. But the crate has to be in the bedroom. Dog has to see you, smell you. You can't separate dogs from their pack. Then once the dog loves being in the crate with you, associates it being with you, then the dog will have a better time. So doing the treats and all that are great.
Can she move it out eventually, Brian? Like, what if she wants to fuck? Like, the dog just got to sit there
I
and
was kind of
watch?
thinking about that. Like,
You ask the dog to videotape it, of course.
oh.
So
her hands are so small, she might be able to hold the camera.
So bring the crate in the bedroom and make the crate. See, right now the crate is when is associated being left alone. You want it to be associated being with you. Put the dog in the crate while you're sitting on the couch. The crate has to be associated with you. Does that help?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Brian Lee, wayofthedog.com. BrianLeeWayofthedog.com. You can do like Skype and shit with motherfuckers and help them.
Absolutely.
So you ain't got to be in the same state. He can help you with the dog.
Yes.
Boom. All right, let's go.
Mr. Favorite All Out Show segment. Let's get back to the remix with Jude.
Shade 45. We are here with the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Bellamy.
This is official, bro. Like, Jude, real talk. Like, I've been listening to you. My wife actually turned me on to you.
No shit.
Like she was just like, yo, this dude is bugged out in the afternoons. One day I was like in the ride, and then I was like, yo, who is this dude? She was like, he's crazy. And I was just listening. It was you and your man. Y'all was just talking about like chicks and stuff you did and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it almost sounds like your show sounds like the conversation I'll be having with my boys on the phone.
That's
like,
what we wanted to
Yeah,
be.
it's just like, but you can't believe other people can hear it.
Right.
I was like, he's so cool, and I just locked in after that.
Well, that's why I was telling you off the air. I was like, I just pretend like no one can hear me, and that way I just can.
You just natural.
That way I can tell these fucking conversations. Like,
your
these
conversations is so vivid and so raw. I just think it just adds like a depth of not only like clarity about who you are, it just makes you so real, you know what I mean, as a person.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that shit. It's fucking awesome. Who knew that Bill Bellamy listened? That's fucking bananas.
And it's like his voice, like when I don't know if they got a picture of you, bro, but listen, your voice, you sound like you dropped the album in 92, 93. You know, you look like your voice sound like he probably got kicked out of House of Pain. Right? He was in the group first.
Yeah.
And then you and your man got into it, and then you just went solo. But you dropped like a real gutter album.
Yeah.
Like 91, but it's in the basement somewhere. Because you got that grimy, like you got bars. You know what I'm saying? You got a good voice.
It's from smoking and acid reflux.
It's just that grit from the acid coming up in there.
I got to a sweet spot, and then I just quit smoking.
And then boom, but you still got the gravity in it.
Yeah, the whole family has this shit. We all get acid reflux, so all the Angelini men have a fucking gruff ass. We sound like Cookie Monster.
Grimy, man. You sound like you literally sound like if you came to your house for trick or treat. What you want, kid? Oh no. Sir, I think I'm good. I'm gonna keep my little Snicker bar.
We're gonna pass.
I'm gonna pass. We ain't doing candy, kids. Ain't no candy today.
Well, I had to tell when all the dating sites and shit got popping. I had to put on my like about me thing. By the way, I sound a bit urban.
Just a little bit.
Just so you know, because I kept calling girls and I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? Is Chrissy there?" And then they'd be like, "Yes, this is she." and like real shook and fucking stiff, and I'm like it's not that big of a deal, and then they would hang up and never call me back, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because you sound like a 6'5" to 6'8" brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Diesel just came home from prison, but you really know how to talk to a chick. You just got a real Newport. You don't know if you used to smoke Newports, but you got a Newport voice.
I was a black and mild man.
Yeah.
I was a black and mild.
You know
man.
who had a voice like similar to yours that had that kind of like tone to it? Tupac.
Pac had a great voice.
He had a great voice, like a great voice that had its own like texture to it. Because when he rhymed and when he would like, spit a hard verse, it always sounded real gritty.
Yeah.
Right? But that's just the tone.
Did you ever get to meet Pac?
Yeah. Jude, come on.
Well, here's the deal.
I got official interviews on my
bro.
post.
That's what this is.
Official.
I didn't have cable when you was on.
You was probably 13, right? 12.
I was born in '77, so I was a little
shorty.
Yeah, so we didn't have cable, and so I knew you was doing your thing, but I never.
But let me tell you, do you know what's crazy about what you just said? You didn't have cable. When I was on MTV, I didn't have MTV in my neighborhood yet, so I didn't know I was famous.
You didn't even know.
I didn't even know I was famous the first 2
Was
years.
that better or worse for you?
I was shocked because I didn't know what the impact of MTV was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I lived in Jersey. I was working in New York at the time, and MTV was starting to pop. It was bubbling. It was like a premium channel, like Sirius, right? It was a premium channel that you had to buy with your cable. You ain't necessarily get MTV. So then I remember the first time I realized I was famous, I was in Ohio. I was in Minneapolis. I went to Mall of America, and about 400 white kids went crazy when I was in Foot Locker. Like it was just like I was in Foot Locker. We was filming at Mall of America, which is huge, like an amusement park,
right,
with a mall in it, right? And I'm buying some sneakers, and it was like a couple little cool white kids, came in, was like whispering. Then 5 minutes later, there was about 20 more kids. Then it was like starting to get like you start feeling the numbers like something was going on. I didn't think it was for me because I was just standing in there. Then all of a sudden, the manager comes up to me and was like, "Dude, are you famous?" And I'm like, what's going on? He was like, dude, these kids are saying you this guy, Bill Bellamy. And I was like, yeah, I am Bill Bellamy. He was like, it's him.
Hell no, dog.
Yo. Dude, it was pandemonium. I was like, yo, I'm famous. Yo, I did not know, man. But, MTV was huge in the Midwest.
Yes.
It was huge.
Yeah.
And so then when I finally got cable, I realized I'm on TV 9 times a day.
Yeah,
I'm like, no wonder people know who I am. I'm on TV in the morning. Another hour later, I'm doing it. Then I'm doing interviews and then we're doing videos in between. You know what I mean? So I end up really blowing up from that shit.
How'd you end up with that job?
I was doing stand up in New York, and this beautiful, talented lady, Tracy Jordan. She saw me. I was hosting a thing called R&B Live as a comic. I was just hosting it, and she was like, I like this dude's personality, and he's a real funny guy. Do you want to come in for an audition? Because this is when they was auditioning VJs. I mean, they don't have that no more, right?
No.
But it's a video jockey. It's just like, like a DJ. And they was like, look, we got this show right now. It's called Fade to Black. But eventually it's going to be called MTV Jams. And we're going to open it up to more pop music. And because Dr. Dre and Ed Lover was leaving.
Yeah.
So I kind of came in right as they were graduating senior year. I kind of came in as a freshman at MTV. And so I got to, pass the baton to me. And then I just exploded because I wasn't just doing hip hop.
Right.
I was doing hip hop and R&B.
Right.
And it just kept.
And it was a beautiful thing too, because it was like Ed Lover and Dr. Dre just were so iconic.
Yes, sir. And Fab Five.
And Fab Five Freddy. And you didn't have to fill their shoes. You had your own lane.
Yeah, because I would get I'll give you a perfect example. My interviews went from Kurt Cobain to Pac to Snoop to Madonna to Whitney to Collective Soul, Sugar Ray. So I really, if you was in the top 20 or top 40, any of those artists, I was in there. So I got Tupac's first interview out of jail.
That's fucking nuts.
I got, if you go on my Instagram at Bill Bellamy, you'll see my interview with Snoop. Snoop's son was 4 months old. And it was so crazy. It was the first time I ever came to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And this is funny because you know how they got colors out here, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Jersey and New York, and we don't have that. So I didn't know what color to wear to go visit Snoop because I knew Snoop was Long Beach. I was like, yo, I got to wear neutral color cream.
Yeah. Beige in this bitch.
Like I got to wear cream, you know.
Roll up looking like a Band-Aid. Fucking.
You know, they're just like, watch your colors when you in LA, right? I'm like, okay, let me just wear a neutral color that doesn't offend anybody. Fuchsia.
Yeah.
You know?
Straight.
But I had I've had you know, some really amazing music experiences in the game, and I'm thinking about really doing a book about my life because I feel like my life in music felt like that movie Almost Famous.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody just grabbing a young intern. I felt like I was a young intern and they just say, yo, take these badges, take these tickets, and you're going to go meet the most famous people in the world for the next 6 years. That's what it felt like. I was just like flying all over the place, flying to London, going to Michael Jackson, going from Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown don't show up, then go over here, you know. We sitting there waiting for Bobby Brown to show up. You know, this is the new edition, one, you know, they're getting back together one more time.
Yeah.
Everybody waiting on Bob. I felt like I should have been in that miniseries.
That
because I was the one sitting there waiting for Bob. When Bob was, you know, in the car getting high.
Did you know that he wasn't going to show up?
Yeah, pretty much. We like, if Bob ain't here in another day, he ain't coming.
The shit that fucked me up was when I watched the Whitney Houston thing, and they was like, oh, Bob can't do no drugs. The brother was like, Bob can't do no drugs.
You talking about drugs. We do.
Yeah, we'll smoke it.
We do real drugs.
Yeah.
We pros.
Yeah, he was like, that Bobby's a lightweight. I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and this is the thing about the entertainment game. And how long you been in radio?
Shit, 14 years.
So you've seen you've seen some moments that you could kind of co-sign. Like, you know, it's what I think is good about entertainment. Sky's the limit with talent. You talented, sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
If you got an addiction, it's also sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And especially if you famous, rich, and you got an addiction, it's super sky's the limit. So you might not make it. You know what I mean? Unless you got somebody in your camp that's like, yo, we cannot do it like this.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, when you the money, they never say no. They just be like, no, he could show up.
I've had things like this. Where like I know the dude, but I don't know him well enough, and I see like snakes around him and shit like that, and it's like it's really not my place to say anything. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you're like, damn dog, like this dude is surrounded by fucking pythons?
Yeah, I've definitely seen it. You know what I'm saying? And I've a couple times I have said something. Because I know what you're saying, because I've been in the awkward position of saying, like, yo, that's my man. Oh, man, this is going to be awkward because you don't know if it's going to infringe upon your personal relationship with them. And, you know, because they gonna step back like, yo, whoa, you think something wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're questioning their judgment.
You questioning their whole camp.
Yep.
And that's your man, so you know it's going to cause a little bit of thing. Yep. Or the other thing is if I don't say nothing, what?
Exactly.
You see? Because so now if I don't say nothing, does that mean I don't care? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know, like one of my guys that I love to death is Cat Williams, right?
Yeah.
And me and Cat, we have this great just friendship, and I don't know, we just have this bond somehow. I just can't really explain it, you know what I'm saying? And he was getting in trouble a lot, and I was just like, yo, man, I felt some type of way about that because that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? And I was sitting there watching it go down on TMZ and this and that and the other, man. I had to make the call, bro.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back? That,
you know, I felt like nobody really was looking out for Cat Williams
Right.
to me. Like I just felt like from the outside, maybe I was wrong. I don't know, but I was just like, that's a good dude.
Right.
And this game don't care about people. And you know, when things start happening, sometimes it happens in threes, sometimes it happens in fours and fives. And when he kept getting arrested, like back to, you know, like just nobody as a comic gets arrested like every other week in different cities. Like, I mean, like this was ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember when he fought like an 8th grader or some shit, and I was just like, bro.
Yeah,
dog,
like he got choked out by this 8th grader,
Yeah,
and then
like, damn,
next
dog.
week he got arrested over this. Then he got in a fight in Philly, and then a boom boom bow. And I'm like, I'm worried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's my guy. And so I just reached out, and I'm like, yo, man, are you good, bro? Like, you know, for real, you ain't gotta lie, you ain't gotta do anything. And he was like, man, a lot of the stuff he was saying, you know, was not the way it looked. People provoke, things get weird, you know, like that. But I'm like, I don't care about that. I just care about you as a human being. I just want to make sure, like, I love you as a comedian, as a black man, as a guy that I think is super duper dope, super duper talented. I don't want nothing to happen.
Right.
To you. You know, I don't want no bad wake up in the morning and hear something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like I have a good enough relationship that I just reached out and that, you know, and I think he totally appreciated. He was just like, dog, I'm good, don't trip, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that you care about me. That was what I thought was dope.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it don't always go like that.
Yeah, sometimes they're like,
man,
fuck you.
Yeah. And you like click. All right, never mind.
How have you been able to like keep? There's a ton of fucking pressure to entertain. Like, and I can't even imagine.
In the game 26, 26, almost 27.
How do you keep your head on right?
You know, it's hard, you know what I mean? You got to be built a certain way. Your building got to be built a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a solid foundation.
Yeah.
To withstand what the game or the entertainment business is.
Yeah.
It's a monster, right? It's a machine.
Yeah.
It spits out people left and right. Some make it, some don't. You see great stories, you see horrible stories, and you got to manage your way through the storm and be successful, keep your sanity, try to keep your family intact, raise your kids, you know what I'm saying? Try to maintain some type of cohesion where you're not questioning your relevance in the scope of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm one of the greatest ever at what I do. Like I feel like when it's all said and done, they gotta say my name.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel like I've done legendary things that's never been done before. Like broke barriers that's never been done before. You know, I did mainstream stuff when it wasn't really possible, and I made it fly. I was breaking stars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't go platinum without me.
Right.
You could not get to 2 million without Bill Bellamy. And from 92 to 99, you could not go and get them little, you know, how they have 4, 5, 6 million, 7 million.
Yeah.
You had to come see me.
And the crazy thing that I find, because I come from Jenny Jones, and they would try to bring on comedians to do it, and they had such a hard time. Comedians had such a hard time doing what I did because they were used to working from a routine.
Yeah.
And they like if they got off that block,
they hit.
Yeah, they're fucked. yeah, they're fucked.
Pop.
And like I could never do a routine, but that was what I was good at. And you were in the sweet spot because
it's a blend.
Yeah, you were the hybrid. You were able to do you can do comedy routines and you can do a fucking off the cuff
just
interview.
Off the top of head. But that's just the luck of the draw. Like I couldn't call it that way, you know what I'm saying? That was just my skill set, you know what I mean? Because I'm sitting here with Kurt Cobain and he do something crazy funny, I could just jump on it, you know what I mean? And make the interview a little different than just talking. Like your interviews is fly because it's so personal. Like I don't feel like I'm doing an interview. I feel like we just in the car.
Yeah, we just sitting here talking.
Talking about life, you know what I mean? And it has a lot to do with who you are that make people feel comfortable like that. But I was trying to do the same thing on MTV. Like, I'm like, I don't want Tupac to do the same interview with me that he's going to do over there with them. Or, you know, when I had Dr. Dre, like, honestly, I was the first. This is so crazy. Because when I thought about this, do you understand that Dr. Dre is the first person I ever seen with an ankle bracelet on?
For real?
I am. This is a true story.
Yeah.
Do you know I flew from New York City to interview Dr. Dre? He's doing Snoop's debut album.
Yeah.
In the movie, Straight Outta Compton, when Dr. Dre drove down the 101 with that Ferrari, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Factual story.
Yeah.
Got arrested.
Yeah.
He was under house arrest. So he can't leave. We were supposed to do the interview somewhere else. So now we're doing it at his house. And I am the person in the house, in the studio. If you go look at it's great. Like, sometimes I'll be thinking about, like, how was it just me?
Right.
You know what I mean? How was I, like, right there on top of that? But I was a part of that whole Snoop album. That first album that was fire.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, when I see Snoop to this day, we just smile because Snoop, no, I was there, 19 years old, right there when you about to lead a building where you're no longer going to just be Snoop Dogg from Long Beach. You about to be Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
Heard the album in Jimmy Iovine's office with Dr. Dre, Tracy Jordan. We listened to the entire album, and it was just banger after banger after banger. I said, oh my God, he out of here. I remember
Right.
saying he is out of here. Dr. Dre was like, yo, man, you like these hits, man? Check this one out right here. I took this sample right here from George Clinton. Let me ride.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Just a motherfucking day for Dre. That whole album, Dre Day. Oh, come on, man. Stop playing. I'm just getting hyped. I'm sorry. I'm performing tonight in Brea, by the way. And I forgot why I forgot why I really came here, man. I'm doing some shows tonight, but I just wanted to. There's only very few people I could, like, feel this comfortable to tell this kind of stuff to, because you're a music dude. You love hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you get it.
Yeah, and it's like you got to be active in, like, this golden era, even for, like, rock. You said like you said, like Nirvana. You know what I mean? Like,
That's monster.
yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Come
like,
on, bro.
Yeah, come on.
That's classic.
Yeah.
And you from Detroit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's crazy about that. You know Eminem, right? This is a small guy, came out of Detroit. Do you understand that Marshall Mathers' first album did numbers that was unprecedented? Unprecedented. I don't know if Eminem gets, like, the credit he deserves as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen a couple of years ago, you got Machine Gun Kelly, you know, cats kind of, like, trying to, like, be disrespectful a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
like playful disrespectful to
Yeah.
what he is and what he's done to the game. I mean, Slim Shady, I mean, you gotta look at him as an artist. He was so irreverent and so perfect for the game.
Yeah.
And so authentically genuine with what he can do and repping it.
Yeah.
Like repping it.
Yeah.
I don't think you could find a whack verse nowhere he ever dropped in 20-some years.
No,
It's really tough.
It's
It's really a problem. And I was there for the Slim Shady video. Yeah, that was shot right here.
no shit.
Yeah, man. You just making me remember stuff, bro. You bringing it out of me, man. I need you
So
when I
when-
start writing. I need you around as my information.
So when you met him, did you understand?
I didn't know he was going to blow up like that. I did not see that coming. I just thought, I was like, you know, honestly, this was the first impression. I was like, yo, who's this white kid Dr. Dre messing with?
Right.
But I knew if Dr. Dre was messing with him, I said, it's got to be something. And then at first, I thought he was, like, more comical.
Right.
Because he was funny.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he got this really interesting voice. I liked his voice, but he was so comical.
Right.
So I was like, is it going to be more of a hip-hop comical kind of character thing at first? Because I didn't know the range it was going to go.
Right.
Because it was fun.
Yeah.
And then the next song was like, okay, this is kind of real. Like, this ain't no gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes stuff could be gimmicky and you got one and done.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, Eminem is for real. And then he was spitting so cold. I was like, yo, who is this kid? And it just kept going and kept going and kept going. And Dr. Dre wasn't messing with he was just focused on him. Just like dialed in.
Yeah, he was smart to do it.
It was a good dial in, right?
Yeah, it was a very bright
shout out to Aftermath.
Straight up.
That was a really good choice, Aftermath. I mean, I think he carried the label, if you ask me.
Well, then let me on the flip side, did you interview anybody where you were like, this person is gonna go fucking nowhere, and then they proved you wrong?
Nowhere.
Were you like,
let me see. If I can't think of a nowhere like this is never gonna make it. But I'm gonna tell you who I didn't know was gonna blow up Justin Timberlake. Because the first time I met Justin Timberlake, he was in the group. And I knew he was in NSYNC.
Right.
And I knew he was the most talented guy. But I didn't know he was going to be Justin Timberlake. Like,
right.
He was dating Britney Spears at the time. And it was like that cute popcorn kind of like, Disney stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Totally cute.
It was like Caucasian K-pop.
It was Caucasian heaven. Mm-hmm. She's cute, he's cute. These guys will never do anything wrong. We're going to make a truck lug of money and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Cut to, he leaves the group and he's damn near Michael Jackson. I was like, yo.
I know.
I mean, I did not know Justin Timberlake was going to be selling out arenas. Like, I saw that happen. That was like, oh my God. That was one of the ones where I was like, oh my God.
Did you ever have any interviews where you're like, man, that got away? Like, I fucking wish I could have that back.
Let me see. I could have got that back.
Like for me, I blew Nas. He was like one of my second interviews ever.
And you, what happened? You wasn't ready, or?
Bro, I was like, Mr. Keep It 100 billion%. And I was like, damn, what's up with everybody talking about fucking your baby mom? And then he just shut down.
That was a little too fat.
I was like, yeah, I was like, wow.
Want to get away?
Yeah, it was like, you got to kind of warm somebody up before you bring that one in.
And it was just happening. The whole Khalees thing was just breaking. Yeah, you was too quick with that one. That would have shut me down. I'd be like, who is this cat?
Yeah, exactly. Like, who the fucker? Fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, Jude, you got to go to commercial.
It was the longest 10 minutes after that. It felt like a fucking hour. I was like, boy, I really shit the bed on this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, try not to.
I remember I give you, my version is slightly different than that. So I'm interviewing Michael Jackson for the History album. And I always said to myself, one day I'm gonna meet Michael Jackson for whatever reason. So I'm at MTV and I'm about to introduce his record Scream, which won like the Video Vanguard Award with him and Janet. This was a big deal for him. And this video was the first time that a video premiered on every network simultaneously.
That's crazy.
This was an epic moment, bro, documented moment. So I had like these dope ass questions, Jude. I did my homework because I'm like a real Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
We talking about studios and writers. I'm in there with it. I'm like, I remember when you was blah blah blah, talking about the producers, Quincy Jones. I'm in there, right? Man, Mike Camp looked at all my questions, was like, nope. You get these 4 right here. I was like, oh snap. So this is not a real interview. This is just going to be the way they want it. That's the first time I felt like, damn, the machine is crazy. Because I guess I would have. They didn't want to go there. They wanted it to be a certain way.
That's actually why I don't really I don't like talking to like fucking these giant goddamn artists, because
you can't really get it.
It's just canned answers, man.
I don't like canned answers. Yeah, man, because I was just like, I'm a real music fan, you know what I'm saying? And so when in my MTV days, I went out my way to really know who you are as a person. I did my research, and then I listened to your music.
Yeah.
So I could just talk to you. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have to be like, oh, so question number 4 is,
Right.
how did you hook up with Timbaland? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I never did my interviews like that. You know what I mean? And I mean, speaking of like a guy like Timbaland, like most people don't even know his story.
What is it?
His story is really, really, really incredible. Like, he came out of the Devontae.
Really? Jodeci in it?
Look, let me just give you
Sprinkle me.
let me just sprinkle you with some crazy music facts, right? So get this. So Devontae Swing, the producer of Jodeci, had his own deal, own label.
Right.
He had artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of his proteges is a guy named Timbaland. Timbaland is this young, up-and-coming Devontae, kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah.
He's producing a little bit here. Devontae is like the maestro.
Right.
Okay. So all these guys, Missy Elliott, Genuine, Aaliyah, you know, there was a Magoo.
Yeah.
They're all in this like cool little nice camp, about to break, blah, blah, blah. Cut to Jodeci launches off. Devontae is an artist. A lot of people ain't getting the time that they want. Things are starting to get a little weird. So people start breaking out of the camp, start doing their own thing. So you know, so all the Avengers kind of like just spread out.
Yeah.
Right. Timbaland is one of the most talented producers to come out of Devontae's camp. So imagine Michael Jackson gave birth to Usher.
Right.
Gave birth to Justin Timberlake, gave birth to Chris Brown, all these, you know, these amazing lead singer, entertainer, dancing cats, right?
Yeah.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Kids. I personally feel that Timbaland is Devontae's son, but with stupid extra on it.
Yeah.
Like superpowers.
Yeah, like
bananas. Like, if you look at Timbaland from where he started, like in 90-something to now, I mean, Nelly Furtado, Justin Timberlake, Jay-Z, Beyonce. I mean, he could just go Nas. I mean, LL Cool. I mean, his just it's yeah. See, you ain't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
I just got all kinds of stuff in there, bro.
I didn't even know that Devontae.
If I
had
smoked
anything.
weed right now, I'm having a moment. It's like I'm having a breakthrough. My cranium is just opening up with information. I think it's you, man. My third eye open,
third
bro.
eye is
On
all the way
HD.
open.
It's on HD right now.
Straight up, high def.
I dig your show, man. I think you're a very, very talented brother, and I mean that in a real way, like a real good dude. And you just got such a honesty about you. I think you just got to keep it G like that. Don't change that.
Thank you. I will keep it G like that.
I wish people could see what you look like. Your voice does not. You look like you'd be an awesome math teacher, bro.
Yeah.
Like you got like math or chemistry teacher down.
I'd be like, come on, Calvin, you got this. You got this. There's 7 apples, right? There's 7 fucking apples, and there's 4 limes.
You're gonna make it, bro.
How much fruit do you have?
You should do voiceovers though, for real. You should be in one of the movies like where they be having the voices. They should.
I was hoping, like, I did an Audible book. I was hoping I could just, someone would hear it and be like, yeah, we want him to fucking sell Cavassier.
I swear, man, if they had your voice on a Cavassier commercial, I might have to try the bottle because I'd be like, yo, it sound cool as hell.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
That's what it is. Facts.
Bill Bellamy.
All day.
I appreciate you coming through.
Hey,
Doors
man.
always open for you if you live out here.
I do. I live out here, man.
Anytime you want to come around.
For real.
Fuck around.
I'm coming by for real.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for real.
Be here for real. We'll do the Bill Bellamy top 5. We can play some of some of the songs that meant the most to you in your life, and you can tell me stories about them.
Can we want to do it like that?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it.
All right, done. Bill Bellamy, y'all. Let's go.
Peace.
Mr. Favorite All Out Show segment. Let's get back to the remix with Jude. And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
Got another article telling us that we are in a sex drought here in the United States.
We're in a sex drought.
Adults are going without sex for a year, and the number of people doing that reached its highest numbers in 2018, with an incredible amount of young men making up most of the sexless behavior here.
Congratulations, you feminists. You've fucking neutered the men. You did it.
According to this
You fucking neutered them.
survey, is telling me
You've indoctrinated them to hate themselves. They're afraid to fucking holler at you. They don't even know how to.
nearly 23% of men in their 20s spent an entire year without having sex.
Wow, dude. Look, man, that's porn. That's video. Look, you don't got to go outside. You can catch a nut right there. You can fucking jerk off. And I know there's some fucking, that's what the incels are, right? Involuntary celibates.
Those guys are idiots.
I've still been trying to get a fucking incel on this show to talk to him. Look, you fucking guys out there, go get some fucking pussy, all right?
But also, guys,
you need human contact. It's not just jerk, like, you need to be touched by someone else. And it's kind of good practice to talk to other people and shit, and face to face.
So, but they're saying that young men are also more likely to be living at home with the parents. Obviously, not a lot of sex happening there.
That's because we've allowed our children to. Did you know that they didn't have teenagers until the 50s and shit?
What do you mean?
Bro, there wasn't no fucking teenagers. There was like you were a child and then you worked, and then once you had your period, you got fucking married off. Like, there wasn't no teenager shit. You just worked. And once you started being able to bust nuts and you fucking get a wife, you'd have to work a while so that you could have some money for a wife, and then you go get a fucking wife. All this. And then we stretch the teenage shit. Oh, he's a teenager, yeah. And then, and now it's like we're into our 20s before we're expecting kids to grow up. I literally have cousins that are just fucking off and driving around America and shit. And they're like, it's like, I'm not used to it. This is like the new America shit. But if you're doing it right now, if you're on a road trip right now and you don't have a job and your parents are helping you pay for this, or you crashed on your parents' couch and saved money while you're working your little shit job and now you're driving around listening to me, I don't respect you.
Pretty cool.
Remember that when you're looking at fucking the Grand Canyon. Jude doesn't respect you. It's pretty, right? I don't respect you. You didn't earn it. It's on your mom's dime, you fucking fag.
And they are saying that a lot of these young guys don't have regular jobs, so that's
go get a fucking job. Go get a job. Learn a trade. Dog, you know how hard it was to get a fucking plumber to the crib?
That pays well.
Yeah. Or an electrician. To get a fucking electrician. The electrician we got is like 70 years old. He's gonna die soon. There's gonna be holes in the game. Like, go learn a fucking trade. Get your shit together. Participate in this fucking society. Value yourself, and then other people will value you, and then you might get some pussy, and then once you feel pussy, you're gonna be like, wow, this shit is fucking awesome. I'm gonna get some more pussy, because pussy feels better than jerking off. I swear to God.
That is a fact.
You ever had a blowjob? Really good. You ever fucking have a chick come on your dick? You feel like $1 million. You ever have them come in your mouth? Fucking awesome. Try it on for size. Practice. Pay attention to what they like. Listen. God.
Sound so annoyed.
I am annoyed, dude. I hate what we've become. I hate what we've become. If our great grandparents saw like all of the shit that they had to eat, the fucking shit they had to eat, and then they see you fucking half of fags living in your mom's basement, not fucking doing shit, they fucking kill themselves. They'd be like, really? Really? My great-grandfather came over here on a boat at 12 to go work in the coal mines. What the fuck do you think happened to a 12-year-old on a boat for fucking 3 months? He probably got raped up and down and shit. Who the fuck knows? I don't even know what the fuck he had to... That's why I work hard. Just because of the sacrifices that my folks made. And I want y'all to think about your great grandparents and the shit they had to go through, and then be like, am I living up to their standards? Am I going as hard as them? And if you can't say yes to that, then fucking, I think you should really readjust your life and try harder. That's all I'm saying. People had to really bust ass so you can live this cushy life and complain about shit. Go get some pussy, you fucking bitches.
I'm guessing you're not part of the sex drought.
No, I have sex.
Yes.
My self-esteem is based on that shit. I hate myself for other reasons, but still.
As you know, it's a little dry over here, but I'm working to fix that.
Yeah. I was talking to you the whole fucking time. Disgusted by you.
Oh, there are some women out there who would
That's the worst part. You got chicks and you don't even knock it down.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. I'm playing the long game with Domo. He hangs out with a porn star. She buys him things. He still hasn't smashed.
Well, that's true love. $40 worth of love there. Good outfit. Fine.
You're gonna ruin it in a fucking month anyway. It doesn't matter. You know, that's the only good thing about G-Star is it looks better broken in.
Wearing them right now.
I'm sure. And the next day and the next day. Fucking G-Star Johnny.
I didn't know this, but a lot of people are having episiotomies. So
what the fuck is an episiotomy?
That is when they widen your vagina when you're giving birth.
What?
They
cut that shit. Oh, they did that to my baby mama. I almost fucking fainted. Oh, I'm holding my dick and my head with my eyes shut at the same time. Y'all don't even, just fucking, oh.
Now, USA Today, they did this report here saying that episiotomies are painful, risky, and, of course, not routinely recommended.
Yeah, dude.
Ah, what are you doing?
Quit
that.
Sorry.
Quit that.
All right. Dozens of hospitals are doing too many. It's just...
you know why? They get paid for it.
And it's just sort of like baked into the culture in some places.
Dog, I swear to God, all that shit, man. A lot of you doctors and stuff are out here trying to really help people, and then there's a lot of motherfuckers that are trying to pay off your student loans and buy a fucking pool, dude. Chopping up pussies. How much extra do you think that shit? How much extra do you think they run up on that shit?
Oh, it's gotta be thousands.
Yeah, for fucking sure, dude. Oh, dude.
Oh, but the stories they talk about.
I seen it. I was there firsthand. I saw that shit. I'm sitting there waiting to see if the kid's gonna come out beige or not. I'm like, is it gonna be my kid? Is it my kid? Oh shit! Now they got the scissors. Oh, what? Whoa, fuck! They just cut down there. I went outside, almost fainted.
Emily, in the article here, suffered a severe tear into her anus.
It was my child, by the way, just in case you guys were wondering.
But it looks like this tear can extend to the anus.
Ugh.
Then you're all screwed up.
Yeah, man, I don't know, bro. Like,
just, I mean, tell the doctor beforehand, hey, I don't want that. I mean, and that's the other thing these women said. It suddenly just bang, the scissors come out, and then they're just cutting her open, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, you gotta tell them ahead of time. Like, don't be a episiotomy in me. I did sleep with a woman that had twins that had a C-section, and her pussy still felt awesome. I was like, God damn, you got some good pussy. She was like, C-section. I was like, word. Word. She was like, I want to let them twins fuck my shit up. I'm like, yeah. Low mileage. Low mileage pussy. gently used. Fucking, I was like, that's all right.
But they are saying sometimes it is necessary if the kid's stuck. So.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but like just some breathing exercise. Look, and they're just starting to have the chicks squat before a lot of the things they're having the chicks lay down, which is not natural. It goes against nature. Gravity's supposed to be helping you get the fucking baby out of you. Yeah. That's why your head came out so long.
Stretched it out.
That's why you got a surfboard face.
Mom was squeezing too tight.
They could have used that endocrinotomy or whatever the fuck it is.
Of course, Google is keeping track of you all the time, and they've been doing this for years, as you know, and they're going to your Gmail account to look. Oh,
yeah.
And sure enough, there's a link that you can just click over to, and you can see all the stuff that you're purchasing. Apparently I like burgers. Well,
apparently you like burgers?
Yeah, but it's not everything, but there's just a lot of weird shit in here.
I could tell that shit when they started trying to sell me backgammon. Because, you know, I'm like, that's a weird habit for, like, somebody under 30. You know what I mean? So I'm over here buying backgammon boards, and then I'd be on my Gmail, and they'd be like, hey, backgammon on the side. And I'm like, these motherfuckers, they've been tracking me. I want to know what the fuck I clicked on Facebook that was trying to sell me a goddamn gay cruise. Yeah, they was like, go on a gay cruise. I'm like, what the fuck did I click on? Must have been all that gay porn. No, for real though, but I don't know. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's weird.
Yeah, this married lady was writing to me about cheating, and now I'm seeing all these books about how to get out of a cheating relationship and all this weird shit.
Damn, dog.
It's
yeah.
weird. I don't like it.
Yo, I know, man. Everything they're doing right now. Yo, the scary shit is the facial recognition stuff that they're doing in England right now.
Oh, China.
Like,
my God.
Oh, the China with the social credit score. They doing that shit out here too. But private companies are doing it based on a person's political beliefs.
What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Like based on a person's beliefs, they will or will not serve somebody, or they will or will not allow them to use MasterCard or Patreon or any of that shit.
Oh, you're talking about people who run afoul of some guidelines.
But the guidelines aren't. Yeah, people that run afoul for some guidelines.
Weren't they doing that in China too?
That was my whole fucking point. Like they're slowly fucking putting the noose around your neck and tightening that shit, and or putting the leash on you is a better way. They're just putting that leash on you, and they make sure you say the right things and talk the right way, and then they can see your fucking face with the facial recognition shit. It's getting fucking crazy, and like in 10 years, it's gonna be nuts, dude. That's why I'm just trying to cake up and go live in the forest.
Yeah.
Yup. Hell yeah, man. I don't like, yo. You see my shit? They fucking like, I don't like. They shut my fucking IG down like twice a month, and I don't know why the fuck. Like I've said this before. I feel like one of them battered housewives. Like when the husband come home and just hits her for no reason. Like I don't even know. Like, is it the bed? Did I not do the bed? Did I burn the steak? Why are you mad at me this time? What did I do? Like, I don't even know. They don't even tell you. Shit is fucked up. And John be like, you deserve it. It's a private company.
It is a private company.
I know, but like, at least have it be like, at least be consistent with your rules. That's all I'm asking. If you're gonna have rules, be consistent. So I know when I'm breaking them and who else is breaking them. That's all I'm saying. And right now, people that I don't agree with are getting fucked over, but
think of somewhere else.
There is nowhere else. And then when they try to go somewhere else, the fucking the payment company won't accept them. They freeze them out. They deperson people. And you just love it. You fuck, because you're a goddamn drone.
I don't love it.
You love it. You're a drone. You haven't had a real thought in your head in fucking 15 years.
False.
False. MSNBC told me.
They've got a lot of good information there.
I learned on CNN. False.
They're breaking it down right now.
He keeps that fucking shit. Did he have MSNBC on in the fucking thing? We got the listeners here. Yep, he had. It's depressing. It's fucking depressing. They're trying to watch a fucking funny talk show. You got MSNBC up on there, fucking depressing everybody.
Well, they're watching the analysis. They know if something happens in the world, they can take action.
What the fuck were the listeners gonna do?
I don't know. We'll just.
What, are they gonna just run out and fucking stop a missile or some shit? Like, it doesn't fucking matter, man. All you do is ruin people's day.
Just give them a fighting chance. Let's go. Fine.
We got people here from Florida watching. They're not gonna do shit. When they gonna hop in the rental? Be like, hey,
we got a base.
Quick, there's a fire. Someone needs us. They're like, no, man.
Do you see that emergency kit we have outside? It's a bucket, glow sticks, everything. It's awesome.
No, I don't pay attention to that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Sorry.
If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Fuck it. I know where the fucking stairwell is. I'll run down that shit. I'm just saying, man, you guys gotta fucking, we as a people need to push back against this shit, man. It's fucking nuts, dog.
It's only getting worse. Seems like it's like every month there's a story that makes it worse.
Yeah, every month. That's what I'm saying. They choking you and choking you and choking you until you don't realize. You're like, oh, I think it's bullshit, and I'm affected by it.
NASA, they're inviting people to submit their names, and then they'll etch it on this little chip here, and then blast into space, and it'll be on the spacecraft that's going to Mars, which will touch down February 2021. And I looked into it.
How much does it cost?
Nothing. I mean, I could do it right
That's
now.
why NASA keeps fucking up, man. That's why we don't never go nowhere.
All you got to do is just go to the website.
So you're gonna put John the Chin Matthews?
Sure, it'll go to Mars.
And shoot that shit to Mars, and they not charging nobody?
Nope. And they'll just etch it using this crazy laser, and
that's why
I'll be on Mars.
That's cool. Can they just send you to Mars?
No. See? That's a different contest.
I wouldn't go to Mars.
I wouldn't either, I don't think.
Like, Mars is just like shitty Earth. You know what I mean? And I'd be just stuck there with like 12 people. I'd go to like another fucking, like if there was like another world with aliens and they had like alien houses and I could fuck alien pussy and shit.
That's exciting.
Even if it was big, I'd try it out.
But yeah, dying on Mars doesn't seem too attractive to me.
I'd hand puppet her big pussy. Big alien pussy. Sock puppet her ass. That's why I just doesn't that you just got denied? Yo, John just tried to fucking do the launch thing and you got denied.
Denied. You're currently on the no-fly list.
Damn, John. They must have heard you work with me.
I'm on some list, but how to be on this? What is this?
They must have heard you work with my ass. That's what happened. They're like, oh shit.
Huh. That sucks. I'm not going to Mars.
To be real, they should be charging for that shit to help supplement the fucking these fucking little space runs they do.
They need the money.
Yeah, they need fucking money. NASA acting like they just fucking got all the money in the world. Like, earn a little extra money by fucking charge people $100 a rock. At least pay for the gas. And I'd get one of them tiny ass. You know, like when you go to them places where they put shit on rice, I'd do it like that small.
Sure.
Fucking just pile that shit.
And it looks like if you're a dog person, that is something that you inherited. So they were looking at twins, and if the twin had a dog, then they found the female sister was 40% likely to have a dog as well. So,
there is no dogs in my family. My mom, my sister, my father, myself, none of us own any dogs.
Would you ever get one?
My grandma didn't have a dog. Neither one of my grandparents had a dog. Would I get a dog?
Sure.
On purpose? Like if a girl I'm seeing has a dog, like, or a cat, then I guess I'm stuck with it. But
you do not sound like a dog person.
Nah, man, they're cool, but like, have you ever smelled dogs? The motherfuckers stink.
Oh, absolutely.
They smell like dirty white people.
Oh, especially in the rain.
That's the cost of good hair. The dander. That fucking dander. Yeah. Yeah, it works. Yeah, like I don't think ain't no dog. Our whole family isn't dog people. My uncle, he had a dog.
Did you have any pets? Snakes, gerbils, and
man, we were such a dysfunctional ass family. We had like we had a fish tank and nobody took care of it, and then all the fishes died. It just turned green and shit. Like it was just. And all the fishes died except for one fish wouldn't die, so we put him in a mason jar, and he was out of. Oh, and it got worse. He was just in a mason. We were so fucked up. So then he was like in a mason jar on the fucking table, but then he was like bumming us out and so we just put a piece of bread in the mason jar and put that shit behind the couch. It was like, here, just put him behind the couch.
This is a terrible story.
Our home was fucked up. Like, I came from a fucked up, dysfunctional ass home.
Oh boy.
I had a cokehead stepdad that was spending all the fucking money in the crib. You think we're worried about a goddamn fish?
Last fish I had.
Couldn't even make it to fucking school without running out of gas. Yeah, we're worried about a fish.
Last one I had killed himself, jumped right out of the tank.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad about it. I was like, dude, I would have saved you, man. I would have saved you.
You had a fish that fucking jumped out of it.
Found him dried up on the floor. It's like,
damn, son.
I would have saved him. Oh, damn it.
How old were you when that shit happened?
Oh, I mean, it was, 10 years ago, maybe.
10 years ago.
Hey, I can have a fish.
He was like, I ain't finna be nobody's pet.
I'm out of here.
Somebody that sleep on the goddamn couch for the last 27 years. No way, I'm gonna die before I'll be some couch boy's pet.
Just couldn't take it anymore.
Fucking hops out. That is ridiculous.
Poor little guy.
Poor little guy. He killed himself because he didn't want to be around you.
Didn't want to watch it. I go down.
It was like, if I gotta watch this guy drink himself to sleep while watching Rachel Maddow one more fucking night, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Trooper.
What do you watch at home? Do you like watch anything fun, or is it just the fucking depressing ass news?
I mean, I'll pick up a show. I watched the final episode of Game of Thrones. That was the only one I ever watched. I don't think I'm going back.
That was the worst. That episode was awful.
I was what the fuck is this?
It was, even the people that liked the show said, "What the fuck is this?" It was a fucking awful ass ending. That's why I don't care about spoiler alert and that shit. Fuck that ending. I fucking hate Jon Snow. And the redheaded bitch, whatever fucker in the Sansa. What a cunt.
Watch the documentaries over here. Those are good.
It was her fault that her dad, it was like she set everything off. She set the whole shit off to get everybody killed, get her dad killed, because she wanted to be a fucking queen. And what happens at the end? She gets to be a fucking queen.
Right.
8 seasons later. Like everyone's dead because of her ass. She's Queen of the North. Fuck her.
See,
a plague on her family.
These sound like pretty hardcore spoilers to me.
That's why I fucking that's how
I
much
don't know.
that's how little respect I have for this fucking series. And I came up on that shit. I was reading them books before they were even made into movies. I was like, this will be a good ass show. But it did make me want to kill myself because you'd be like, man, I really like this person. They're like, oh yeah, you like this person? He's dead. I'm like, fuck.
Is that the show with all the sex for a while? Is that the?
Yeah, but it wasn't like that in the books.
No.
They would like have some bitches eating each other out while they explained things that was going to happen. It was really fucking bad writing.
It's weird.
Yeah. They were like, we need to explain all this event and it's boring as hell. So let's do it in a whorehouse with these two chicks going down on each other while you explain plot lines to us.
I mean, this isn't jerk off level material, right?
The last shit I jerked off to, like last real movie I jerked off to was Unfaithful.
I didn't know that.
That shit go hard, man. Like she's cheating on Richard Gere. And my man, like, he'll come in and like he came in, she was having lunch with her homegirls. The dude that she was cheating on with, he was like, go to the bathroom. He went in the bathroom, fucked the shit out of her, and then sent her back to her friends. I was like, that's hard as shit.
Noted.
Yeah, well, who's it? Diane Lane? Oh yeah. I was at my ex's house. Called a mean nut to that motherfucker while she was at school. What was that?
When was this? The movie came out
This is years ago.
Okay.
I don't jerk off to regular movies.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore either.
Nah, man, it's just like I just want to watch the movie. I've jerked off to documentaries before, and I felt really fucked up afterwards because they were documentaries you shouldn't have been jerking off to. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh. That sounds kind of
Yeah,
sinister.
it's pretty bad. I'm like, really, dude? It's that look at your life shit. All right, man, give me some good news.
And now, time for good news.
We've got a teenager out of Dallas who beat stage 4 cancer just in time to graduate from high school. Joshua Suarez, he was diagnosed with stage 4 testicular cancer, but it spread to his lungs when he was just 15, man. And he beat it, so he's cancer-free, and he's going to graduate in a couple days on the 25th.
Look at that.
Suarez.
Fuck yeah, whoop cancer's ass.
And during all that treatment, which I'm sure is really intense, he had surgery, he had chemotherapy, he still studied at home and even taught himself AP biology.
Damn.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to believe. I mean, if you're facing that, then you can still sort of buckle down and study.
I guess it gave him something to think about besides dying.
Yeah, that's
gave him like something to live for and shit. Like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna live. You gotta have a good attitude. So like, focus on biology and shit.
Got him talking here for a second if you want it.
Yeah, let's hear him. Let's hear what a winner sounds like, John.
Provided it wants to go. But he just
Great.
talks about how he overcame it.
What? You can't get it to work?
I'll have to reload it.
Fuck's sakes. I'll just.
Yeah, so like I had cancer and it was really bad, and then I was like, fuck it.
Oh.
I'm gonna fight this shit and I'm gonna win. And my dad was real. My mom had my back. And then I learned biology, and then the cancer is gone.
Very touching.
So fuck cancer, bitch. I'll whoop his ass.
Wow, it was really.
Is to say what can I?
Why would you do me like
know,
that,
I'm
John?
sure-
I'm sorry.
They thought that was him, and then you fucking go and do this.
See?
God, fuck you, man.
Peeling
I
back
hit
the dirt.
play.
Boy, do I hate this website. Let me tell you.
Oh, now it's frozen again. See? All right, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. It's the minute of the report.
Suarez's path to high school graduation
That's
has
the
seemed
start.
a lot
Oh,
longer.
for fuck's
There's a
sake.
ration of burn in here.
Surgeries and chemo. Suarez says after all he's been through, he's ready to get his diploma May 25th.
To say that I've beaten cancer is to say, what can I not beat? You know? And so going across that stage is more proof that I've made it.
There he goes. That was worth it.
I sounded surprisingly a lot like him.
Wasn't bad.
That was pretty fucking accurate. Jesus Christ. All right, man. That was the news. That was an All Out Show remix. I appreciate y'all listening. You can follow me at One More Jude, OneMoreJude on Instagram. On everything. On everything. Fuck with me. Let's go.